I want to talk about the Amber Czech story. So she was a 20-year-old welder, just recently was killed on the job site by one of her fellow workers. I'm seeing online it sounded like she went to HR up to 5 times before this happened, and nothing was done. And she ended up being murdered on the actual job site. And I just wanted to talk to, especially like the guys out there, like, watch out for each other, especially your female coworkers. I work in a male dominated field. Recently, there have been lots of emails going around saying, be careful if you go out to lunch. Women are getting harassed. Here's the phone number for the Norfolk Police Department. Save it to your phone. Just go out in pairs. Don't wear your uniform outside. Like, there have been lots of emails going around. So yesterday, for the first time, I went out and not necessarily for the first time, I moved my car around. So if you got to move your car in order to avoid parking fees, and to minimize the amount you're paying to the city in parking fees. So for the first time I went out and there was a guy standing there in the parking garage, and he was standing there kind of muttering, staring at me, like made me feel really pretty uncomfortable. And I was like, I'm getting real creeper vibes, especially with all the emails that had gone around. And so didn't have any like issue, but just definitely gave off some pretty bad creeper vibes. So I was like, okay, like moved my car around, went back to work, came back out, and I could see that he was still there. And I saw another Coast Guard person coming out, and I was like, like, I kind of told him, I was like, I'm kind of glad you're here, because that guy was definitely kind of giving me some creeper vibes. And he kind of laughed it off, and like, I moved my car again and came back, and as I was walking back, I ran into the same Coast Guard person, and he was like, oh, like, you still survived. And so it's like, okay, yeah, I get it. Like, that, you gotta give as good as you get, and be sarcastic and stuff, but at the same time, like, as a woman in a male dominated field, like, if I tell you something like that, then I expect it to be taken seriously. And it's okay to like joke about it, but at the same time, like, like, with all the emails going around, like, eh. So I don't know. I guess I was just kind of coming on here to say, like, just be careful, women and guys. Like, if a female coworker, especially a female coworker in a male dominated field, like, we know that it's like, oh, you gotta like give as good as you get. You gotta like be tough and everything like that. But like, if we're saying something, or like a situation or a person makes us uncomfortable, then that's like a red flag. Because, like, we've seen a lot. And we know how the game works. And like, yeah, nothing probably would have happened with this guy standing there in the parking garage, but either way, like, you, as women, we're aware of shit like that, and like, it can be kind of scary. Then you go around and you hear about the lady who got stabbed on a Charlotte bus. I can't remember if it was a bus or like a subway. Like, the lady who got stabbed and just minding her own business. And then Amber Czech, who was a welder and again minding her own business, working, and for a fact she talked to her male coworkers, because women talk about shit like that, like, hey, like, this guy makes me really fucking uncomfortable. Like, yeah, like, she was talking to people. She talked to HR 5 times, like, she was talking to people. So like, if somebody tells you stuff like that, like, pay attention, like, watch out for each other. Yeah, and just stay safe out there, guys. Like, it's a scary world. All right, peace.